We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about two stocks set to explode. We're going to look at the technicals, we're going to look at the charts, and we're going to look at the data together of the short interest. And the first one here is ATYR, which I've talked about last Friday, and ZEV that has given us home run opportunities. We talked about this one yesterday as well. It took off, and we're going to look at everything together here. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run of the day that I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, as well as the home run mentioned by the members over in the group. And that is something you can become part of as well. I would love to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description. Let's check out those opportunities, and we're going to get right into it with these two charts. The home run of the day was spectacular. It was phenomenal. A great way to start off the month of September. And if this is something you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So I did a little update on SKLZ, a stock that I mentioned over at the Patreon on the weekly watch list. As it bottomed out towards 10, it was nearly up 20% plus today at its highs, and the higher it went, the riskier it gets, but it's still a stock to watch even at the current levels. Then ABVC was another one I mentioned, and GBS. Now GBS turned out to give us 5 to 10% jumps on their pullbacks and upswings, but ABVC was a home run for the day, and it all happened in a matter of minutes, guys. Just 30 minutes, and it hit a highest point of 20% plus. We caught this one in the pre-market as it was pulling downwards, sitting sideways, pulled back and jumped 10% plus in a matter of 5 minutes, pulled back down and continued to push up to hitting a highest point of 20% plus. And later in the day, it had its pullbacks and jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%, and this is something you can gain access to by joining us. The link is down below in the description. I would love to invite you guys to join us. The month just got kick-started, and we're going to continue to look for opportunities daily. Now, one of the home runs that was mentioned by one of the members in the group was FCUV. I had mentioned how I noticed it, but at the moment I noticed it, it had already overextended, right? Before all of this happening, this seemed to have been a big move from $5 all the way up to $7.50. It started consolidating, and in that moment, everyone in the group was watching this one, brainstorming about this one, and on the way up, a lot of people scalped this one, took opportunities, and this went up nearly 350% from that consolidation all the way to the top. And that's the part where joining the community, it's not just the stocks I watch and all the information that I share and the 42 vision indicator, if not being part of a community of investors all looking to learn and grow together through the volatility of the market. And I would like to invite you to join us. If it's something that interests you, check out the link down below. Let's jump into these charts, and we're going to continue to rock on with opportunities daily, weekly, monthly, for as long as the stock market is open, guys. So here we are with ZEV, and this is a stock that actually jumped way back at the beginning of August, and it turned out to be a home run from $9 to $12 and some change, giving a 30% plus jump. And the stock had ran because of a huge order that Berkshire Hathaway did, and it's being backed by them. And then there's just a lot of great news and catalysts overall for the company. The company ran from $6 all the way up to $12. We caught it in the pre-market as it was pulling back and so forth. Now, yesterday we talked about it, pulled back to 9, went all the way up to 1042, giving nearly a 20% plus jump. It reached like 18% at the highest point. Now, it's pulling back, and this is a great time to be watching this stock due to the fact that there's a lot of positive catalysts coming in the near future for this company. There's probably real growth here, especially if Berkshire Hathaway is behind it. I think they put about 800 million. You can quote me on that, and you can do more research on it and share it down below. And if you find the link, you can as well comment down below the link. But mainly, the main thing is beyond just those catalysts, it's in a battleground for a short squeeze, guys. Short squeeze potential and exploding potential to the upside over time. And it's in the EV sector, and it's going to be one of the main focused EV sector companies on the niche of powering buses, okay? Commercial buses, school buses, anything you can think of that's a bus to transition to EV. Now let's go ahead and look here what the short interest is, and it's 18%. Some people would say that's high, some people would say that's not as high as we would want it. And I agree with that. 20% or more is significantly high, but the fact that it's really close to 20% says a lot, guys. And if this continues to pull downwards, the bigger the opportunity for a short squeeze. And not only just based off of that, but also price targets are pretty high on this one, all the way up to $17. And that was initiated back on August 11th. So that is important to be aware of. And back in June, $15, okay? And it's nowhere near those two. So that is something to pay close attention to. You got the short squeeze catalyst possibly. You have the good news and expansion of the company. And then you have those price targets to the upside. And when you put it all together, there is potential here for this to actually possibly explode to the upside. Now let's look here at what resistance level the bulls need to break through if they want to go higher. The first one here is 917 and the second one is 1042. If they don't accomplish that and it continues in this downtrend, this is a great time to watch this one. No rush to see what's going on. So the first support, 857, and then all the way down here at 763. I would see how this is reacting within those areas if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are dominating this one to the downside. Now the lowest point that we've seen in this bearish run after popping up is right there at 719. So I would just round that down to $7. If that eventually gets broken through, the opportunity is becoming even larger and it's hitting new support levels on the way down back to where it all started before it jumped on August 9th and 10th. Let's talk about the other one, because this stock right now is a stock that has jumped already from Friday, jumping again, and it's creating even larger opportunities as I speak. So here we are with ATYR, Aterian Inc. Now this is a stock that I mentioned on Friday that it was setting up to explode, and as you could see here by the dates, it was back on the 27th. It was actually after hours when it kind of sat sideways at the $6 mark. On Monday we were watching this, and on the pre-market it took off from $6 all the way up to 10. It's been in a downward trend, hit lows here yesterday of 534, picking up traction again. So we're going to look together here at the short float, what's going on, and what is the key data that you want to watch here, because of the fact that this has potential to the upside. I mean, when you zoom out, look at where it's at in the chart, right? This is such a small bump compared to the bigger picture, and it's done this before. It's gone from $7 all the way up to 47, but it has been in a downtrend, and it is getting very, very speculative at these levels, because the lower you catch it, the better, right? So we caught it from Friday to Monday, and then it's been pulling back, and now it's picking back up traction, and it's kind of sitting sideways. We have to see if the bulls can hold themselves up and actually maintain the trajectory. So before we look at the technicals, let's look here at the short float, and the short float is 23.92. I would just round that up to 24%. That is pretty high, and to be honest with you, anything above 20% is significant. Now this has been in a falling wedge, and we have to see, because it finally broke out, if it can hold itself up and push up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and continue the momentum to the upside. The other thing too is shares outstanding is 29 million. Share float right now is 24 million. So that is pretty small compared to ZEV, which was in the 50 million. So that's something to keep in mind as well, the total float. But the short float here is 23.92, nearly 24%. So that is significant. Now let's go ahead and look here at the chart. The first thing is our support down here is 682. If that gets broken through, the next point of reference I would watch is 561, and then the lowest point 533 that has happened in the last 2 days. So that is something to keep in mind, and watch if the bulls are losing traction and if the bears are dominating, pulling it downwards, or if the bulls try to bounce back out of any of those areas. Now to the upside, the highest point reach is $8. The bulls definitely want to break through that, and their next goal would be up here at the highest point of 10.07, or if you just want to round it down to $10, break out of that, use it as support, and break out to newer highs and new resistance levels that we have not seen before in the chart in the last several days and weeks. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.